Hello, everybody. This is a new show that we do on Sunday mornings called the Morning K-Cup of Joe. You coffee lovers out there will get the pun of all this. I am Kevin, the K-Cup part, and this is Joe, Diecastmania, the self-evident part. And this is going to be just like a talk show that we do. A fair warning, if you don't particularly like cussing, then because I'm typically the one that likes to say the words. So yeah, let's dive into it. So what do we have first to talk about? I believe we have this whole issue with Sal and aka 328 DLCR, his brother Vinny, and WSI models. I'm Team Sal all the way on this one. I know him quite pretty well to an extent. Team Sal all the way. WSI, you pigs, you bastards! You're trying to cheat someone that deserves a free model out of a free model. What do you think?
Well, I'm trying to stay neutral here, but I just kind of feel that even though I try to stay neutral, I kind of feel that he did all that work for them. He did all the actual all the photographs for reference, and you basically, quote unquote, the dirty work for WSI, like the field work.
Yeah,
and he wasn't really expecting anything in return, and it's hard stuff to do, and they basically go and treat them like this.
You pigs. That's why I said you pigs. As they would say in Germany, where WSI is located, you swine. But I mean, again, I want to say this. Views expressed in this show do not reflect the views of Model News.
Yep, this is more so the Sunday.
This is an independent sort of thing. This is like on the CNN roundtable.
Right.
CNN, you owe us some fucking money. We just gave you advertisement. But yeah, I think WSI should send Sal and Vinny the free model. And just say, and cut their losses, really. And that's what the way most corporate businesses are. They like to, we've seen it a lot of times in a former employee suing a workplace.
Right.
The workplace is typically the bully, and they want to feel like they won something, so they're going to try to put in these weird stipulations that prevent the worker from doing something, so they need to feel like they've won something. I think WSI is sort of the same way. They know that they cannot win this, so they take away that free model, so they feel like they've won something, and that's utter bullcrap. Don't you agree?
Yeah, it just seems, not... It doesn't seem a very professional thing to do, but it's something that happens far too much.
Also, slide over to the Model News Facebook page if you want to see the emails. Photos courtesy of 328 DLCR. Also, now this is an interesting topic. Digging, ditching, and bitching versus Pushy 6. This seems like a rivalry made in heaven. The two biggest heavy equipment journalists, not journalists, what's the word here? Videographers on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, and all that crap, going head to head over Pushy 6's documentary, The Man Behind the Camera, and I got a chance to see it before it was taken down, and it's quite awesome. Nothing but respect for the guys at Pushy 6 now, but someone within Digging, Ditching, and Bitching reported it
for copyright infringement.
Yeah, and it was taken down, so the only place you can see it now is on the Pushy6.com, Pushy 6 website. So definitely this is interesting to see. And what was that post on Facebook?
Which one?
There was a post on Facebook.
Oh, you mean the one about critics?
I believe, yes. Also, The person that reported it was at Burnoot, BURNOOT on Instagram. Digging Ditching and Pitching's gonna hate us now.
Okay, but well, this is not supposed to be taken absolutely seriously.
It's just a normal talk show. This is where we can come on and just like hang out and relax and connect with the boys. No, I'm kidding. I've known someone that would say that, by the way. Hey Phil. Hey Phil, what's up? Not to throw. Hey, just saying. So yeah, there was a Facebook post on the Digging, Ditching, and Bitching Facebook page.
Right.
We don't have screenshots of this stuff. This was like a last minute sort of thing.
Yep. But yeah, it was a Facebook post about their latest video, Serious Horsepower, quoting, "The Pushy 6 Butthurt Suppository has arrived," with a link to their video.
I actually, some of my photographs has been actually, no, it wasn't a photograph. It was a video from when I was a rookie featured on there, and by God, did people fucking hate me for that. And I fought everybody that commented on that one. There was this one guy, I forgot, he was a Canadian. He was like, "It's good to see young people are taking interest in construction equipment." I was like, thank you. Thank you very much. So motherfuckers that didn't believe in me, kiss my ass. So yeah, but yeah, this Pushy 6 versus Digging, Ditching, and Bitching. Weigh in on who you're siding with. They seem like really good friends. At least Scott, the Pushy 6, I should say, and then Jason Clapstein with Digging, Ditching, and Bitching. They seem like really good friends.
Oh yeah.
But oh well, you never know. It's really competing for territory, really, nowadays,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's the way we are, competing for subscribers and who has the most. Anthony. Oh yeah, shout out to our dude behind the technical crap, Anthony Lucibello. If you've subscribed to his channel, go unsubscribe. No, I'm kidding. Go subscribe to his channel. He does equipment videos daily. He literally got a month's worth of videos in one day, which is like insane. Like, who needs a month worth of videos in one day? Well, I mean, you can just sit back and relax and like not worry about YouTube. But he also does the Anthony Lucibello show, sponsored by Model News. And he has various guests sitting down. He has like a shit ton of people backed up for that one, and I was like fortunate enough to be the first guest. It was hilarious. If you haven't checked it out, you fucking live under a rock. Again, don't take any offense to this crap. It's just us joking around. That's all.
Right.
And a little bit of something like, hey, we're not like this big serious group of people out to like. We're not like this vicious group of motherfuckers. We can have a funny side, and we do. In the multiple hundreds upon hundreds of group chats that we're in.
Oh yes, those.
I swear, every like 5 minutes, my phone is going, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, motherfucker, shut up.
Well, to be honest, I actually silenced the notifications on those chats.
The thing is, whenever I do that, it seems like then all of a sudden shit falls apart. Because last time, 2 of our members got into a big disagreement. But hey,
yeah.
For the sake of everything. But yeah, one thing I've noticed, and this is really transferring to another topic. One thing I've noticed is that a lot of people are doing more and more stop motions now. I mean, we got Cat 336 DL100 doing them. Caterpillar 143. Actually, both of these guys are a part of Model News. We got Link Belt God, it seems like everybody in model news is like doing dios. I'm doing dios. Linkville 217 is doing a dio. Everybody's doing a dio, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to see. It's great to see interest in the community is coming right back up. And I'd love to see this community be the way it was like 2 years ago, where like everybody posted videos every day, and like there was too many videos to watch. Really, there just wasn't enough time in a day to watch all the content uploaded from models.
Just go like it's 2010.
Yeah, exactly. I miss 2010. I love 2010, even though I didn't start uploading videos till 2 years later. But yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I miss some of the big dio people. I think it was like Van Getz 66 or something like that. He had this big like old road repair dio that he had in like 17 parts. I watched that thing like 5 times, and the story never got boring. Even though it's the same thing over and over again, it never got boring, because once you watch the first time, you're just like, oh yeah, it's a dio, and then the second, third, fourth, and so on, you notice these different things to it. And
well, I remember all these model reviews in 240p back then, and you know, that was actually great at the time.
Now it sucks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's mostly gentlemen watching this show, like very few females, ladies.
Well, we're not trying to discourage anyone that might want to, but
yeah. Just saying, like, that'd be awesome. Like, shout out to everybody that's even watching this. Thank you. You're helping us, but you're not paying us. It's not like you're supposed to pay us either. Don't feel bad. It's not like we're trying to pull a MacGruber here. It's an inside joke, people. You're not supposed to get it. Right, Joe?
Right.
I mean, yeah. So, definitely, this has been funny. We could probably go... Me and Joe are notorious for going on for like 4 hours, but we're not going to put you through that. We're not those evil assholes. Even though I'm the one with the big mouth here, right?
Right.
Asshole. Yeah, but yeah. It's all fun and games here. It's all fun and games until some Jesse Burst gets hit in the head with an excavator bucket. Jesse, watch your back. But, oh yeah, I have to bring this up because it's funny. Anthony, the worst thing that we've ever seen, I mentioned Anthony Lucibello. He asked me where I make memes at, and I said Kick. And so now, he's making memes of himself. He's not the smallest person in stature. I'm not calling him fat, but he's not the smallest person in stature. Let's just, you know how tightly compacted those English phone booths are? Joe?
Yeah, those
Yeah, he looks like he's one of those if he's in a mini excavator cab. It's really funny. I think the meme said, "Can I make a phone call?" or something like that.
Well, I think he should have been holding his phone when they had the picture taken.
Or at least like get like one of those old '80s phones, you know.
Well, I was saying, well, you should probably buy the excavator, or someone buy the excavator and have it painted red and stick a sign on it or a decal on it that says the phone booth or a.
I would do that if I were to ever buy a mini excavator.
I would make it PC-28.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah, make sure it's a gray market one with those giant square-shaped windows.
God, I hate those things. Speaking of that, I was watching a video yesterday. It was on the differences between the Ford 555 and the Case 580K, I think it was. It's like one of those old 80s. Right. It was one of those old Construction King like ones. It was like so long ago. Oh wait, it was the G, I believe, 580G. The 555 Ford, that thing was so like weird. Like the back window, how it folds out.
Well, I've seen one around here. They use one for snow removal.
Yeah, it was like weird. It's sort of like a door hinge almost, if you think about it. It was sort of like a door. Like, an excavator door is a perfect example, like how it folds back all the way. It was sort of like that. It folds off to the side of the cab, and you'd actually have to get out, like stick half your body out of the machine in order to close the window.
Now that is weird.
Now that's just poor designing, and I don't know who it is, but look up Case 580G, I think it was, versus Ford 555 or 555. It was really weird. Ford, next time you make a backhoe, get some better fucking designers.
I don't think they'll be doing that anytime soon.
Yeah, Ford's too busy in motorsport. That Ford just released their pictures of their new GT.
Well, I think the last ones they made, they went with New Holland.
Yeah. Well, I mean, New Holland is the agricultural side of Ford now. Ford bought them out, and essentially New Holland is a Ford brand. But I mean, before you know it, Chevy is going to be buying some weird brand and like making farm equipment with that. It's going to be really weird.
Well,
Ford,
they basically screwed themselves over. They sold the Detroit Diesel. They're trying to screw up things.
You know what? Yeah, you're right though. Terex. GM used to own Terex back in the 60s.
Yeah, they sold that
80s.
out a while ago.
Yeah, I forgot who they sold it out to. I think it was the Euclid.
No, Euclid was split off in the early days because of antitrust rulings. And they got a little creative with GM Legal, and a few years later they came out with Terex.
I forgot who bought Terex from GM. I know, but now thanks to them, Terex is this big crane company instead of earth movers.
Yep, they're totally getting away from their roots.
Yeah, like the Terex TS14. I'm notorious for them things. And by the way, if you ever see one of those old green Terex scrapers working, run the fuck away. Them things smell and they are loud. The Detroit.
Unless you want to be deafened by Detroit Diesel.
So. Them fucking Detroits are loud as fuck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in 1980 they sold out to a German company called IBH Holding AG. And then in 1983, IBH went bankrupt, and then they went back to General Motors, and then they became Terex themselves.
Yeah, and AG essentially means it's a factory company, and I've learned that from my time of sports car viewing. Like there's Porsche AG, there's Audi AG, there's Toyota GmbH, which is also another name for which is another symbol for it's a factory thing. So yeah, it's a factory holdings.
Yeah. Basically, I think Terex is just having themselves torn apart.
Yeah, and really we've seen the construction market sort of slim down brand-wise. Like, we used to have, like, Ford and, like, all these different brands.
Right.
And now it's really Cat, Case, Komatsu, Deere, just the mainstream ones. And then there's those off-brands you don't hear as much, like Link-Belt and Ingersoll-Rand, which is just a roller company, by the way. And, you know, and Takeuchi even, they're starting to make their name out, too.
Yeah.
There's all those really off brands. And Liebherr, too. We don't hear about them much in America, but they are everywhere. And then there's Komatsu Forestry, which is Valmet.
Yeah, they bought out the whole Valmet line, and then now they're rebranding them yellow. Well, repainting them, yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually lucky. I don't believe in luck, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm fortunate, I should say. Always say luck is for losers. I'm fortunate enough to have the Valmet 445 tracked processor.
Yeah, EXL.
Yeah, the limited edition sword ones. I would love to have the forwarder that they made.
Oh yeah, with the tire tracks.
Yes, and also the other processor that they made. It resembled. The reason I'm getting into forestry stuff is because of Farming Simulator, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do in our off time, is play Farming Simulator. But yeah, like, again, there's a lot less competition in construction equipment these days. It's either Cat, Deere, Komatsu, Case, And then there's those off-brains that you see. T-Rex isn't even really a player like it used to be either.
Yeah, they're just cranes and material handlers and
really,
that's what they said they're trying to focus on. They're getting away from earth moving, which is kind of sad because that was their
ace in the hole. That's where they made their money. And then there's also JCB. They were very popular in the 80s and even early 90s with their earth moving products. Their track loaders and their excavators. The right hand side cabbed, red bucket, neon yellow excavators. They was well known for that in Europe, and now all they make is backhoes.
Well, they have larger excavators. I think they only go up to like 30, 40 ton range.
Yeah, but all you see in JCB anymore is backhoes because, and really, all these brands that used to be like very popular, it's not because like people's like, oh no, these guys suck all of a sudden. It's because they don't have the resources like Caterpillar and Komatsu has to research into modern technology, and that's all it is how your development is. And that brings me, and then there's like that theory of evolution into it. It's either you adapt or perish, and that's sort of the way it is. Feast or famine. Adapt or perish, essentially. It's either adapt to the new age, which, I mean, we're now in Tier 4 equipment, and hybrid regulations and all this crap, emission regulations, I should say. Some brands like Linkbelt and all those other smaller brands, they cannot adapt to that because they do not have the resources available to them to do that, to make the new equipment. They don't have technology-wise. They're sticking with outdated stuff.
Well, I mean, with the one advantage they have is, one, they're in Japan, and two, kind of backed by Sumitomo.
And also, we completely forgot to mention Hitachi.
Well, they're in the excavator, and, well, obviously they own Euclid now, so they kind of had their own little niche marketplace. But they somehow managed to actually get a fairly complete lineup, which is pretty impressive, though. And
haven't you noticed, like, Hitachi, no one gave a flying rat's ass about Hitachi until the Gold Rush series debuted with the 270 and 400 excavators. No one gave a flying rat's ass about them until then.
Well, before that, hate to bring this up, Kevin, but people they really knew about Hitachi was for the Zaxxas 450.
And you bastard. Alright, so those of you that like to watch Bill's T-Max, it's sort of like that 29, except for my number, like the worst number. And 29, I think it has something to do with like him getting run over by a backhoe or something. He explains the story in a video. Also, if you like Farming Simulator, check out his Farm Sim Saturday, I gotta say that. Yeah, 450, I've tried for so long. So many assholes go out and buy the Hitachi 450s right from under me. And, I mean, more power to them. Congratulations, you guys probably deserve it. But, you know, if you want to be, like, this one guy, I had a deal laid out, and, like, they stole it from under me. They offered double the money I was wanting for it, which I was offering way more than enough. And he just stole it right from under me. So thank you, asshole. Yeah, I needed to get that out.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we've had a good conversation here.
Alright, then.
So we can easily talk for hours, but anyway, so that's really going to be it for this first episode of Morning K-Cup of Joe with Kevin and Joe. Got it. Right. I can't even adapt to my own name, which is hilarious. The Morning K-Cup of Joe with Kevin and Joe. Or with Joe and Kevin. The Morning K-Cup of Joe with Joe and Kevin. That sounds so weird. Anyways, guys.
I think your name would go first.
Yeah. K Cup of Joe with Kevin and Joe. Yeah, that works. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you coffee lovers enjoy the name. I was, funny story into that one.
Yeah.
I was using coffee grounds for a project in my dio. It's very unusual, but it worked. And like I was smelling coffee, and I came up with the name. I was like, the Morning Cup of Joe with Kevin and Joe. It works. Anyways, guys,
K-Cup.
as for
You
this
missed
week,
that there.
thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.